What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on Dark Phoenix, X-Men Dark Phoenix. So I believe it comes out tomorrow night, technically in America. This is why I've delayed the video a little bit. So if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the videos. We're currently giving a giveaway for Spider-Man Far From Home tickets. All you got to do is subscribe to the channel. Let me know down below how hyped are you for Spider-Man Far From Home. So, X-Men Dark Phoenix. It is getting absolutely destroyed everywhere. It is the worst comic book movie in history, according to the internet. So the Rotten Tomatoes score is actually gone up now. It's gone up to 24%. Not that Rotten Tomato actually means anything. This is based on 140 votes, reviews, so to speak. So did I think the movie was bad? No. Is it up to Logan's level? No, it's just not. Is it up to Deadpool 1's level? No. For me, they are the best two movies in the Fox universe of X-Men movies. Nothing can get better than Logan and Deadpool 1, the original one, in my opinion. So, yeah, on Twitter, at Warstu, Warstu, I've caused a bit of controversy. Well, not really a bit of controversy. I just like jokes on there, if you get my sense of humor. So, essentially, I was saying that I heard that Avengers EndGame is not as good as Dark Phoenix. And it is interesting, the responses I got to that. It is pretty interesting. So, the problem is, people are hating on this Dark Phoenix movie before you've even seen it. If you're gonna hate on something, at least go and watch it first before you get woke about this movie. So, yes, I did enjoy the movie, but I'm not gonna lie. It did remind me of Civil War. Massively. But Warstu, you don't really like, I don't really like Civil War. Like, the premise of this movie is, careful spoilers, we're going to talk spoilers throughout the whole video. So there actually is one team of mutants against another team of mutants, one trying to save someone, one trying to kill someone. The premise is so similar to Civil War. So everyone is hating on this movie, yet they love Civil War, yet the premises are similar to Civil War. So I have no issues with this movie. I do like it. I'd probably give it somewhere between a 6.5, maybe a 7. Like I said, I'm not gonna shit on this movie for no reason. There are some parts that are a bit weird to me. Some bit that scream feminism a bit too much. There is a scene with Mystique's character when she goes, "You should change him to X-Women." Although the women in this universe are strong. It's named after Professor X. It's his school of mutants, of gifted children, essentially. So saying you should change it to X-Women is a bit weird, but still, I'm not going to hate on a movie just because of that point. The overall MVP of the movie for me is Sophie Turner from Game of Thrones, who played Sansa. Although she hasn't always been the best at acting, I believe her acting ability in this movie was far greater than any other movie. So I'd put her as the MVP for the women, and Magneto, played by Michael Fassbender, he's the MVP for the males in this movie. He was absolutely insane. The scene when he's trying to control the helicopter, and then Phoenix Force, aka Jean, she is controlling it easily, and it's just the hand gestures they're making, because you got to remember, guys, they would have made this scene in green screen. So the bare emotions they're putting through their hands. The biggest criticism I have for most of the characters is they don't really get a lot of screen time. Except for the main people in this movie, they don't even get any screen time. Jessica Chastain's character, very interesting. More interesting that they didn't even reveal who she actually is. Obviously, she's an alien space race. I mean, to me, I kind of was getting the Skrull vibe. Kind of. Like, there were some inklings that potentially she could be a Skrull, but I didn't like the fact that they left it open-ended to your consumption of who she actually was and what the race she was with, who exactly she is, because there was no indication of who she actually was realistically. Now, Quicksilver is obviously the son of Magneto, and there was no kind of confrontation. If you remember in the previous movie, they were like, It was like, are you ever going to speak to your dad? And he's like, nah, maybe one day. But there was no conclusion. So although this is the final movie in this X-Men universe, in parts it's almost like parts have been refilmed, re-edited to make it look bad. So when the MCU come through with their version, it's going to be so much better. I don't really buy that theory, but there is a lot of weird things. Like the train scene was really cool. I really like that. Really cool fight scene. Really good. So apparently the ending of the movie was supposed to be cosmic. It was supposed to be in space. Similar to the Captain Marvel ending, you know, where she took down Ronan the Accuser's spaceship and fleet of the Kree. Essentially, they were saying a similar superhero movie that came out quite recently. It was very similar to their ending. When realistically, why did they need to change the end of this movie? And James McAvoy himself did try to explain it, but I feel like it wasn't the whole truth because it's a bit weird. They changed the ending of a movie because it was similar to another superhero movie that had recently come out. There was a lot of indications from people that I've spoken to, insiders that got to go see test screens, that were basically saying the screen testing went really bad for Fox, so they changed a bunch of stuff. But it was really weird because they could have ended this series a long time ago. The problem with having the Phoenix Force storyline is it's such an iconic story series in the comic books that this needed to be done long term, kind of like EndGame. What I mean by that is they needed to build this movie. They needed to build each and every individual character in this movie up single-handedly in their own movie, kind of like what they did with Wolverine. Wolverine got more movies than anyone, literally. They needed to do that with every single character because you don't really have an emotional attachment to any of these characters, realistically. I mean, yeah, there was a death. Mystique did die, like literally every single person in the universe thought, because they revealed so much in the trailers. Like, realistically, you can work out most of the movie in the trailers. But guys, I'm still not going to shit on this movie because I did enjoy it. Would I buy it on Blu-ray? No, that is questionable. But I don't like to kind of just follow the social sheeps, as I call them, because a lot of people hate on this movie, yet they've not even seen it. So if you're going to hate on it, guys, just go and watch it first, please, before you hate on it. Like, I can't really moan about anything, but of course, when there's positives, there are negatives. Like, most of the X-Men didn't really get any screen time. There was a lot of feminism digs. So, for example, Jessica's character was like, he did this to you. These men are nothing to you. You are stronger. The only thing that holds you back is your emotion. And then the movie essentially ended with Sophie Turner's character, Jean, saying, no, my emotion is my strength. And then she literally went full Phoenix Force and blew up, which is kind of cool, kind of interesting. So yeah, there was some feminist and digs, but I don't really mind when they're trying to like push diversity. It doesn't really bother me. I don't get woke. I don't get SJW style when people got mad over the Captain Marvel movie, you know, for no apparent reason. It's just very interesting how people react to this. Yet, you know, as soon as the MCU drop an X-Men movie, people are going to go crazy for this. And I'm predicting this movie will do very bad box office because everyone literally hates the X-Men when it comes to Fox. It literally makes no sense to me. No idea why. So I will be very interested to hear what you guys say. I'm not expecting this video to do very good because it's Fox, it's X-Men. So it probably won't get any hits. But if you could, smash the like button, subscribe. That would be pretty awesome. And let me know down below what you actually thought about this movie when you do get a chance to watch it yourself. Was it better than EndGame? Maybe, maybe not in some places. Yes, sure. Other places not. I'm probably going to get trolled for saying that. But you got to understand, guys, this movie is not as bad as what everyone is insinuating. No, it's not the best movie in the world. But like I said, guys, Logan is my favorite superhero movie ever. I don't even put EndGame in my top 5 best superhero movies anyway, so it is interesting. But one of the biggest criticism with these X-Men movies is the timeline doesn't really make any sense. So in a previous movie, X-Men Apocalypse, Jean Grey already has the Phoenix Force in her. Yet in this movie, she gets the Phoenix Force when they go to save the space shuttle out in space. It takes over to her. It's essentially like a cosmic entity. And that's all it is. But for some reason, she had it in a previous movie, got it in this movie, then essentially turned into like the Phoenix Force, the cosmic entity at the end, and then died. And then what essentially happened was the school was turned into the school of Jean Grey. Interesting. And Charles retired, was sitting in a random coffee shop, decides to have a tea, and Magneto rocks up and was like, yo bro, you want to play chess? And he's like, yeah, cool. And yeah, it's like kind of weird, but I think it was a fitting ending. Now, yeah, like I say, guys, a lot of people won't like this movie for obvious reasons, but I did like it. Like I said, it's not perfect, it's not bad, it's not great, it's not Logan level, it's not Deadpool 1 level. It is sure as hell better than Once Upon a Deadpool, maybe. But it's interesting, guys, so let me know down below, even if it is positive or negative. Did you like this movie? Did you hate it? But please, if you did hate it, watch it first, because loads of people are hating on it. Just because the RT score is really low does not mean you won't like it. Even if people don't like it and you love it, movie reviews are literally personal and it's your opinion. If you like something, you can't change someone's mind if they hate it. For instance, if everyone was the same in this world, it'd be a freaking boring world. So that is why it's cool that everyone's got different opinions about the same movie. One thing is for sure is the X-Men will be returning, if they even call them X-Men, because I read online that they were going to be called X-People maybe. So it will be interesting to find out when the X-Men do appear, but like Kevin Feige said, it's probably going to be up to 5 years before they appear in the MCU, which is cool because they're not rushing the MCU in terms of bringing the X-Men through. And there are rumors, only rumors, guys, that Fantastic Four are coming through in 2022. So it's going to be cool to get all these Fox entities in the MCU and see how it works, because we all know the Phoenix Force would have crushed Thanos really freaking easy if she wanted to. Like always, guys, please like, subscribe, smash that notification button, and I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch ya later.